to ban.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Watch T-Ball, YouTube, Logan, Paul, cancel shows, do my cause with the fans.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Everybody
So
shit
funny.
their pants and everybody's falling.
Exactly.
Yeah, I shit my pants just last week.
Did
Really?
you?
Thought I was gonna fart in my house. I felt it come out wet. I was like, "You son of a
You know what?
bitch."
Sometimes that's kind of nice, though. You can get a midday shower.
I was on my way out the door.
Oh, that's no good.
I was on my way to do a podcast.
Oh,
Shit my pants.
shit your
Call
fucking
in.
pants.
Gotta go,
God
I'm late.
damn it.
Are
Then
you-
I rinse them off in the sink.
Yeah, I'm usually good about sharks.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
what
you
was-
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I usually can sometimes I surprise myself. I'm like, I definitely shit myself, and I'm like, no, I didn't.
Bro,
That's
nice.
one time I was
Nice.
coming home
I
from
just have
Fear
a sweaty
Factor.
ass, and I farted.
One time I was coming home from Fear Factor, and I was fighting it. I was fighting it.
You
there
let
was
it go?
a battle.
You
there
let
was
go?
a battle. It was like, oh God, it was cramped.
You
And
went
I
into
just
the light.
filled my pants.
Oh.
I mean, filled. Filled. Like where I immediately felt it in my socks. Like
Ooh.
right away. I was like, oh, good Lord. I mean, it rocketed out of my asshole. The underwear was about as effective as our border wall. It went down my legs. I felt it in the back of my legs instantly. I was like, oh Christ. It was an explosion. I was holding back as
Dude.
long as I could.
You released.
It was like
You're shitting
hanging
your
off of
pants.
a bridge and you realize you can't pull yourself up.
You just
You're
let go. You go. That's it, man.
Where were
Fuck.
you? How far
I
from
was
the
in my
house?
car.
were you?
I do not remember.
Oh,
I
and
just
you were in the
remember
car.
being in
Okay.
my car and just
Oh.
unloading on my SUV seats. I had Lexus SUV. I just filled that front seat up
I
with
had-
shit.
How did you
nothing
clean
worse.
that out? What was the process?
I took it to the car wash, bro.
And just, oh my
I
god!
cleaned it out myself, and then I brought it to the car wash to get it detailed. I didn't tell them I shit myself.
So I'm saying,
Oh, they knew. They got in that car like, holy
What the fuck?
dude.
What the fuck? The Fear Factor guy just gave us a shitty truck.
hopefully, you had leather seats, man. Leather seats.
Oh
are
yeah, they were leather.
good. Thank
Yeah.
God.
That's good for dumps.
Cloth.
A lot better than cloth, bro. It gets in that foam.
That's what I'm saying. It never comes out,
It's over. It's
Doo-doo
over.
in your foam.
It's over.
You gotta cut that foam out.
dude. If someone
Yeah.
throws up in your car, it smells forever.
over.
It's
You
over.
gotta burn it and say, "Oh, it caught on fire," and then bring it to the dealership.
I did
and
not
say,
shit myself.
I definitely didn't shit myself, but I caught my front seat on fire.
My friend shit himself at work when we worked together, and he drove home like sneakily to like change his pants. We were like younger too. We were in high school, and his mom was outside, and she was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I shit my pants," and she made him get undressed and hosed him off outside.
Oh my god.
He was like, "It's fucking embarrassing."
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's as embarrassing as it gets, dude. Getting hosed by your mom because you shit your pants.
Your mom's cleaning up your asshole.
And he said it was like
garden hose.
he was pulling into the
Just get a
driveway.
thumb on it to make it blast. Just get a thumb.
Dude.
It's really focusing.
That's
Cleaning on the.
you gotta just, just stand there. I know, Mom.
Hose water's fucking freezing.
It's cold.
He said he was in his driveway, saw his house, and it just lost. He's like, I lost it. Dude.
At the goal line, just
At the
fucking.
goal line. Breaks his leg like a Clydesdale.
At the goal line. I mean, that is where it gets you. The second you.
I wasn't even close to my house. I drove with the windows down, smelling my own shit for a solid 25 minutes.
Well, like, what was going through your head though? Like, did you accept it? Were you like, this is
I
unacceptable?
shit myself. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I had ruthless diarrhea. Whatever the hell was going on.
Yeah, you're sick.
Yeah, it must have been. I don't remember. All I remember is that feeling, the feeling of like knowing you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You know? I'm gonna have to tap out.
Yeah, just
I don't want to have blacking out. I feel it's dying.
Yeah, it feels so good though, dude, to just be
That
like,
was horrible.
just give in and be like, fuck.
If I'd made
Yeah.
it to the toilet, it would have been amazing.
Dude.
It would have been one of the greatest victories of my career.
Matt gave me a bunch of like microdose mushrooms.
Oh,
Took more than I should, and I was just on a walk. I was like, I'll just have a nice walk around New York. Dude, I got like 2 blocks away, and I was like, my stomach just went blur. And I was like,
Oh no.
dude, I sprinted home. I sprinted home. Tommy was downstairs and heard me run up the steps, and he was like, what the fuck was that?
I've got some great victories in my shitting career, too.
Yeah, that was one of
Where
the
you
biggest
make it- where
victories
you
I've
make
ever
it-
had.
Where you get to the bowl, you're like, oh.
The key
you make
works
it.
at the front door. You're
Yes.
like, oh, yes, yes.
You keep those muscles tight.
Yeah.
Till you get to the bowl, and you're quivering when you're pulling your pants down.
Oh, God.
You know those when you're like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna make
yeah,
it.
dude. Your teeth
like-
get all weird.
At the buzzer, the 3-pointer's in the
It's
air.
game time, dude.
I got jammed in an Uber on the way to the airport. It was like 6 in the morning, and it just all of a sudden on the way, I was like, oh, fuck. And I had like 20 minutes, and I was in the lady's car, like sitting on one ass cheek. It was so bad. I had to look my ass up. And I was just letting out these, like, any fart could have ended it. And I was like, I wanted to tell her, like, I'm sorry. As I was shitting, I was farting in the back of her car. I could not
my
do it.
God.
I had to release pressure.
And you're sitting
I'm
sideways.
sitting sideways.
She looks back.
Did you say sorry?
No.
Oh,
I was going to
alright.
apologize.
She looks back and you're launching.
I was at
You're in
Terminal
the
C.
sideways launch
I was
position.
at Terminal C, and I'm like, Terminal A's fine. Because like, where are you going to? I was like, oh, Terminal C, and I got there. I'm like, Terminal A's fine.
Damn, you
She was
dumped
like,
at the airport at the
entrance of there, where all the homeless people go in, because anyone can get in. I made it, and I sat down. I saw there was no toilet paper, and I went, fuck it, and I had to just let it out.
What'd you do?
And luckily, dude, I went in my school bag, and my wife gave me a packet of Kleenex. I saw him put it in my bag like weeks ago. I'm like, dude, I don't need that fucking shit in my bag. She threw it in my bag, and I went, what an angel. Pulled the Kleenex out, wiped my ass.
Woman's
got on the
intuition.
floor.
So
It
nice.
was.
For
dude.
shit tuition.
It's a woman's touch.
Bro,
It's a
after
woman's
using
touch.
these robot toilets that clean your butt,
Bro.
I get sad when I have to just wipe it. Because I
It's-
know it's gross.
It sucks, dude. Wiping
It's
your ass
gross.
with
You're just
blood
smearing shit all over yourself.
all the way up.
Yeah.
there.
You're
It's-
like rubbing it to the point where you look at the tissue and it's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll have it. Oh, fuck, my ass itches.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
The bidets are
funk.
so nice. And I gotta put one
so
on.
nice.
I bought one from my old house, and I tried to connect it, and the fucking water sprayed everywhere. So I gotta hire a professional.
Yeah, hire somebody.
Yeah, I gotta get a bidet. It's so nice, dude. In the fucking bathroom in the comedy club.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Dude,
we didn't have
You've
one
been
for a
shitting
while.
in there, dude? You've been shitting in the
Yes.
one
I
bathroom?
shit every time I do stand up. I can't
Yeah.
help it.
There's a button that says defecate. You ever hit that button?
Yes, brother.
Bro,
I've hit all the buttons.
Really?
that's a pipe cleaner.
I haven't dumped there, I don't think.
Bro.
Dude. It.
What does it say? North America through the 1700s, people were still wiping whatever they had on hand.
Oh yeah.
Most common things were corn cobs and seashells.
Pause on the corn cob.
They scraped their asshole with seashells. But by the
Seashells?
1800s, paper was becoming more widely available.
Yeah,
And
magazines.
finally, in 1857, a New Yorker named Joseph Gaiety introduced the first patented toilet paper.
Boss.
Wow.
Hero.
1857. So until 1857, everyone was just the Romans cleaned it behind
Sea
sea
sponges.
sponges.
That's
That
nice.
seems like a good
That
move.
beats the fuck out of a
Attached
seashell.
to a stick.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of places in the world keep like a dish of water. In the Middle East, you keep a dish of water above your toilet and use one hand to like splash water on your ass.
Huh.
A wiping thesaurus.
Interesting. I think that's the move. The move is the sponge.
I
Because
like
if you
that.
use the sponge, then you can clean the sponge off.
Yeah.
You can reuse it. It's green.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
you
just
throw
sea
the
sponge.
sponge away, Jamie?
Yeah, there's just like a pile of sponges in the
No.
public
You
toilet.
clean your sponge, you piece of
Share
shit.
your sponge with
Clean-
you.
Everybody
clean it.
gets one sponge. It
You get
goes
one.
with your voter
But it's on
ID.
the end of a spear.
What's a sea
like,
sponge? Go get another one. You can go
You
in
don't
the
have
ocean
to
and grab
put it
another
on the end of a spear. You
So
hold it in your hand like a gentleman.
one. They would get
It's
old though.
attached to a stick.
It's like you're buffing. Like when you're buffing your hood, you just buff your asshole with a sea
It's
sponge.
a sponge, actually, that is nice.
That seems like a good move.
A thing that
Yeah.
for a car would feel great on
Sponge.
your
I
ass.
might.
Yeah.
I
So
might
if
do
you
that.
have
Test a sponge. Might
so
break
you have
out
a
a
toilet,
Yeah.
and right next to the toilet, you got like a basin, and
Yeah.
the water's flowing. You dunk your sponge in there, clean it out.
It's a nice sound
It's not
too.
bad. It's
Just
Whoa.
it's water
Hey.
dripping in. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Unless you just got a mess, chunky, thick,
To the shower.
frozen yogurt. You're never getting it out of the sponge. It's deep. It's all over your ass cheeks. You're wiping your legs.
It's all the way up your back.
It's dripping down your legs now. What the fuck did I do?
They're used and shared by fellow butt wipers. You
Oh,
don't
they were
get-
used and shared.
You don't have your own.
Of course. Why would you have your own, Jamie?
Yeah, it's fucking Rome, dude.
Visitor. Okay, so if one of the freak of visitors had intestinal worms, all the others would
yeah.
carry them home too. Without any knowledge of how diseases spread, the overall Roman toilet setup could hardly be called hygienic by modern standards. Yeah.
You know they test. They told me to test kids for worms. They said put a piece of Scotch tape on your kid's butthole while it's sleeping, and the worms come out of the butthole at night, and they'll get stuck in
Yeah.
the Scotch tape.
What?
Yeah, I had a doctor tell my wife this today.
Don't you have to like shine a light on your kid's asshole to see the worms coming out at night?
They hopefully, well, they
I think
want us
that
to put.
happened I heard that
Yeah,
story.
they want us to put Scotch tape on the beehole.
Mayo Clinic says to do that too.
Press the
man.
adhesive side of a piece of transparent tape to the skin around the anus of the person you suspect has pinworms. As soon as the person awakens, the eggs stick to the tape. When you take the tape to your appointment, so the doctor can look at pinworms or eggs under a microscope. Interesting.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Tucker Carlson had this guy who used to work for a pharmaceutical company on his show today, or the episode's out today, and it's about a lot of it is about Ozempic, about how many people are being prescribed Ozempic.
Or they're handing it out like nothing too.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild because I think it's gonna be one of the most profitable drugs ever.
Do they know what's gonna happen to you after you take it? Because
People have been taking it.
I
It's
got a
like-
feeling there's no way that works.
That's what dude. People have been taking it for a long time. There's like, oh, we've used this for
I
diabetes.
felt that way about literally every single.
I know, dude.
Dude, SSR, like, people were like, you're depressed. I was like, yeah, dude, definitely. They're like, take this. I'm like, no.
They're terrible. They turned out to be awful, dude. The withdrawal from those things are catastrophic.
People have severe intestinal sort of things happen with them if they have a bad side effect.
Numb genitals.
Gastrointestinal.
It numbs your genitals?
You can get numb genitals, too.
Brian Simpson had a real bad reaction to it.
Really?
Yeah, real bad.
That sucks. Brian's sad.
Yeah, his stomach was just jacked. But some people have it. Some people take it. It's no problem at all.
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
you try to get off of them, it's like, you have like a headache and brain zaps for like a month.
What? What are you wooing, Jamie?
And it can numb your-
Ozempic burned off my genitals. I found pieces of charred
What?
skin in the toilet. Maybe some other things are going on.
Yeah, true.
Fucking Ozempic.
Is that real?
It's on New York Post posted it.
Dr. Maria's pussy fell off.
Oh my God, she got severe burns and charred skin on her vagina, anus, and buttocks owing to once weekly jabs. She's a professor of pharmacology. Health and pharmacology health at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Penned a testimonially on her Ozempic use to Newsweek. So she's obviously very smart.
Yeah. This is Ozempic. Toe that pussy up. That's all.
Oh my God. She said I checked my genitals,
What's his new
anus,
name?
and
My
buttocks.
boyfriend's name's Ozempic.
Oh, that's just Ozempic, man.
Fucking rocked my anus. My anus fell off. I took a shit. My anus fell off. God damn it.
She said some areas had charred skin.
Kinda fine.
She said it was as if she was exposed to sunlight for days. Yo.
Jesus,
Why is she taking
man.
Ozempic? She's
Because everybody wants to be
Bro,
skinny, man.
Yeah, man.
she looks great.
And dude, everyone's on. I know a lot of people going on this stuff. Like,
Bro, can you imagine? No, I'm not talking about this particular woman.
sure.
But if you brought home a lady and she had a charred anus and vagina,
You're like, what happened? I used to be fat.
you'd go, all right.
She's thin and hot now.
All right,
Here's a
fuck
picture
it.
of me when I was 250. Like, whoa. How'd you do this? Ozempic.
My butt fell off, but things are fine.
We could do other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do mouth play.
My holes fell off.
My holes are rotten.
My fucking holes fell off, but it's fine. Are you into mouth play? Mouth play? Sorry.
Bro.
I know that's not great, but saying mouth play and hand play is...
It's so funny.
What a side effect.
What are you fucking Googling,
What are you
dude?
owing, Jamie? What happened?
Wait, though, I just keep going down the article and the way
It still hurts when I have to urinate or defecate. It often starts peeling again because of the friction, said the survivor. They're calling her survivor. This might be her lawyer might have wrote all this. On a very strict diet and not taking any medication at this moment in time, but this will change in a few weeks. Rosa Ada, I want to heal before I start again with any medication. And due to the strict diet, my level of glucose is thankfully under control.
She still supports it, which is nice.
She still laws the injections for lowering her blood sugar. Well, that's what it's
Okay.
for, right? It's a diabetes drug.
Damn, that's fucking wild.
I think one of the side effects is like stomach paralysis or something like
She
that.
had all of the side effects you guys just said: depression, gastro problems.
I'd be depressed, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, man. Because it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be obese, and I think it's something like 50% of the country. Shane,
It's not a
speak
big deal.
on this.
dude.
Speak on your people.
Fuck you, Joe.
By my horns, you'll not live to see dawn. Verily.
Thank you, good sir.
Forward.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, yes. Oh, hell yeah.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
When I was on the Xanax, it was basically during the pandemic. I had 10,000 of those things at the house
10,000?
because he was sending me 90 a month from 2012 on automatic monthly. I
So you
wasn't
just
taking them.
stockpiled them?
They were just going in the closet. They were just going in the fucking...
When did you take it?
2012 was when I got it prescribed. When I had my little situation at the Comedy Store that we goofed about, that was that was not good. There's no way I should be in a standing walking 10 count. That's what that was that night when I had to follow Morgan Murphy.
A standing walking 10 count?
Dog, I asked Paulie Shaw, I told you this story, and we laughed about it, but dog, now thinking about it, I should have done something. I went to the Comedy Store, I'm in the back, you weren't there. I think you were coming in later. Yes, you were coming in later, because on Saturdays I used to do close the original room. Talking, bullshitting with Paulie, everybody's in the back, no reefer, maybe a joint before I got there. You know, Saturday night, just like the girls. I get there, they say, Joey, you're up next. I walk to the thing, and as I'm walking, I walk up the steps to the original room, and Morgan's on stage, and Paulie's standing there laughing at her. And I walk up, and I'm like, damn, I don't fucking feel good. Like, this is not working. I was starting to get anxiety. I couldn't breathe. But I went to look at that window. For years, whenever I had anxiety in the original room, I had a window. When I'm on stage, I got a window on the right, remember?
Yeah.
And we could look out the sunset.
Yeah.
I was always good. That day in particular, when I went in there, I didn't see a fucking window. So I was waiting for Morgan to get off, and all of a sudden I got this anxiety, Joe. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't fucking breathe. So I walked down the stairs just to look at the door. And it got worse. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was gonna fucking have a heart attack. I go, Paulie, I can't get on stage. I'm having a horrible anxiety attack. He goes, I just went up, dude. And I walked up there, and I told you. But I didn't explain it to you correctly because I was cracking a joke. I woke up at the 12-minute mark. I remember walking past Paulie, and that's it, Joe. That's it. And then I remember waking up on stage and people laughing, and I was probably on automatic pilot. Wow. I had a bit that it was on automatic pilot. That was a little scary.
That's when you got on Xanax?
No, it was a couple weeks out. I went to the doctor, and he goes, what was that? I kept having these little panic attacks. But I was okay. I wasn't going to go to a psychiatrist. We were working our asses off. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I started taking the Xanax. And it would help it a little bit. I would take it on the road if I went on a plane or something like that. But you got to remember.
What does it do for you?
You got to remember, too, it was, you're a walking contradiction. I'm talking about myself because you said it best. I'm eating 2,000 milligrams of THC and scaring the fuck out of myself, right? You're walking around fucking scaring. Then the Xanax, I would take the Xanax to calm me down off the anxiety. Come on, man. That's not going to work.
Those edible weed sessions, when you do too many of them, I do think they make people very anxious. I think they just
I think they did too.
shift.
Honest to God.
I think
I
they
brought some more.
shift the pole of your brain.
You know more. I brought some more.
I'm sure you did.
But now I eat them more to sleep. I got them on my big problem, Joe, is still to this day is sleep. So now 2 nights, 3 nights a week, I drink a bodybuilder sleeping thing.
What do you have a hard time sleeping because you're not tired? Do you have a hard time sleeping because you're thinking?
I'm tired till 9:30. And I look, come on, man.
It's like the comedy timing.
I don't want to go to bed at 9:30.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never want to go to bed at 8 o'clock. That's when you know you're almost done.
Yeah.
You know, I want to bed at 8. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to stay up till 4. I'm not going to bed at 9:30. So I'm tired about 9, but I push the envelope a little bit. I like to read, maybe listen to music. 11, 11:30, I'm like you. I like to read shit on the computer. 11, 11:30. I try to read at night. I turn the TV off. Once I go up there, bro, I'm thinking about the guy who came to my house who asked me if he could take an orange, but he took 3 instead.
He took 9.
He took 9 instead. Yeah, and you're like, that was 11 years ago, Joey. I think about the time I bombed in the original room following Dom Irera, like, does it matter? I think about the time I ate a bucket of dicks in North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Does it matter? Does it really matter that you ate a bag of dicks? You know, I think of stupid shit.
Yeah.
And then I fall asleep eventually. I'll tell you what helped. Whoop. I got the Whoop watch to help me with recovery because I was lifting and going into jiu-jitsu and my back was hurt. So I want to figure out what kind of calories I could do, and I won't go over those. If I could do those 5 days a week, that's fine. But I can't go in there, burn 800 fucking calories in jiu-jitsu and expect to deadlift the next day. I don't have that. So I got the Whoop watch. The Whoop watch put me on to sleep. It's helped me sleep better because I finally realized, you slept 4 hours last night. No wonder you feel like shit.
Right.
So now I'm in contest with Whoop. So I got it up from 4.5 hours of sleep to 8 hours, pretty much. Last night I only slept like 5 because of the flight. But I'm sleeping 8 hours now.
That's great.
Yeah, now I'm sleeping 11:30 to 8. Don't get me wrong. Once every 2 weeks, I have a little hiccup. I go upstairs, I think of something, I go back down, I smoke some pot, I read, and I go back up, and I'm all right. But when I was doing comedy, there was no sleep, Joe.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you why?
Why?
8 cups of espresso a day. You know, everybody thought I would leave the store because I was going to do something bad. Do you know why I was leaving the store before midnight? Think.
Why?
Because Starbucks is open till midnight in Studio City. And God forbid I didn't catch my flat white before midnight. God forbid I didn't catch my grande flat white before midnight. And then I'll call you tomorrow and tell you how I didn't sleep last night.
So you were drinking coffee late into the... We would always have espresso after dinner.
Yeah, no, now I have an espresso at 5 and I'm not sleeping.
That's so weird. I could sleep right after having one.
Oh, I love it because in my world it takes you up.
Yeah.
So you catch it on the way down.
Enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
I eat a chocolate something, I can't fucking sleep that night now.
Really?
I really focused on my sleep the last couple of years, you know, especially since I got this Whoop about 16, 17 months ago. That's what's really improved in my life is the sleep. And I've been taking naps too. If I go to jiu-jitsu, I do a blue belt class, I need a nap, Jack. I need a little nap from 5 to 6, you know. That's where I am. But when I started popping the Xanax, the high point was maybe May of during the pandemic. Like I couldn't leave the house without popping the Xanax, and then when I get in the car, I pop another one. And it would stay in your system. Thank God I wasn't drinking.
And what was that doing for you, though? Like, what's the feeling like?
Calming me down. I can't take sleeping pills, and I can't take the strong Xanax. So I have to take the little footballs. But I was taking 8 to 10 of those motherfuckers a day.
Jesus.
And then when I landed in Jersey, what had happened was, you know how you and Tom had that conversation about my tolerance?
Yeah.
Okay. That tolerance, dog, I think, as you could tell, I think a lot about this shit.
Yeah.
You had a conversation with me a couple of years ago about Yor Romero getting punched in the face in his eye socket. And when he got into the green room, when the doctor saw him after the fight, his eye socket was healed.
It was healing.
Healing, okay.
Yeah.
I think about what you were talking about, my tolerance with the edibles and stuff. Now let's get back to early Joe Diaz. When I was a child, the doctor would have to come to my house 2 days in a row for years. They'd have to shoot me with penicillin on Monday and then come back on Tuesday and shoot me again because I would never take the penicillin. You know, I had a lot of problems with my throat as a kid and whatever, fucking tonsils and shit. So I was always in the hospital as a kid. I was a sickly kid till I was about 8. All those years, Joe, they would always have to shoot me 2 or 3 times with penicillin. The same penicillin they would give you one shot of, they'd have to shoot me. So I don't know.
So you've always had a high tolerance.
Always.
Interesting.
Except for alcohol. And even alcohol. Because I could drink something with Jamie right now and I won't fall over. I don't want to do it. But that's what's always pissed me off about alcohol. That I could drink a few alcohol shots, feel okay, but then if I push the envelope, that's when I feel shitty. But my tolerance with alcohol and with cocaine and alcohol, shit. I could drink a case of Budweiser, you know, cans. So
my friend Johnny, who had a coke problem, I always used to have to take him to the corner store, the liquor store, to get 40 ounces.
Yeah.
He would calm himself down with like a big malt liquor.
Dog, I would drink.
He was always trying to like
22
himself
beers,
down.
22 beers, and it would calm you down. So when the Xanax finally, what I realized when I got to Jersey that year, I got to Jersey August 9th or something on your birth, August something. 2 days after I got to Jersey, I had something like a weird mild heart attack. My heart didn't stop pounding. And that was because the Xanax turned on me. I didn't realize that until I went to the knee surgery. And one of the assistants caught it. Because I couldn't sleep, and they tried to give me something to sleep. The chick goes, you're withdrawing.
Oh, from benzo.
She goes, you're withdrawing naturally. That's why your heartbeat's going up. That's why you're fucked up.
It's very dangerous
So
for
then
those.
she told me you have to flip it. So I had to read a journal about this, about transitioning. You just can't quit. You can't quit
Right.
alcohol, and you can't quit benzos.
Yeah.
You could die. So what I had to do was take whatever I was eating, which was 8 of those things a day, and work myself backwards.
How long did it take you?
6 months.
Wow.
Work myself backwards. Fucking tough to write, man.
I'm sure.
You know how it is with these fucking things. You got to dig deep and ask
Yeah, a
questions.
book is a lot of soul searching too, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no. While I was doing it, I was fucked up as hell. That's why I figured I'd do it then.
You did it while you were getting off the benzos?
Yeah, well, I just moved. I did the knee surgery. It was like 1,000 things. I didn't even know I was withdrawing, like I said, until I did the knee surgery, and something happened with my heart. And one of the doctors came in, and we started talking, and he kept looking at me weird. He was a Spanish dude. And he gave me his card, and I called him when I got out, and he goes, come see me. Something wasn't right that night. And he did a physical, and I went back to see him, blood, that type of shit. And he goes, everything was right, everything was okay. I don't know, he put me on a heart monitor. And he goes, you're right,
I was literally buying.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And his assistant said, are you still taking the Xanax? And I go, yeah. And she goes, that's what's going on with you. Look at the charts, doc. He's been on them from 2012. And I go, no. I just been using them since the pandemic started. And that's when she goes, no, you got to stop withdrawing. I didn't even know. I just had a horrible fucking feeling.
How long do you think it takes when you're on those things before you're addicted?
2 weeks, maybe.
Really?
Well, I would take them and then forget about them. I would put them in my top pocket and then go to the store and not take them. And then I would just wash them. There was a lot of times I would take them, I would bring it with me in case I got like a little fucking, But Joe, the funny thing about this, if I tell you, this goes back to when I was a kid. In the simplest way. You ready for this? I was a little fucking fruitcake when I came from Cuba. You know, I sucked the pacifier after I was 6. So after like I was 3, they took them away from you, but I'd hide them in strategic places. And whenever shit got dangerous, I'd go over, suck it, put it down, and I'd fucking go back to what was going on here. So when I lived in 88th Street in New York City, my mom had a jukebox at the bar. So every week, the guy comes in and he gives you the old 45s. Is that what they're called? 45s? So I don't know what they were. They were all different types. Spanish music, black music, rock music. My mother had a great taste in the jukebox. So I would have fucking boxes of singles. I lived on the 3rd floor. And if you go to 205 West 8, even today, if you pull up to it, you'll see where I live, where I grew up right there on the 3rd floor. But you'll see that there's a parking garage there. They never really, it's like an old building. Now it's redone again. They did something. When we were kids, we played back there. So whenever I had anxiety, I would go upstairs to suck on the pacifier. I wasn't cool enough to put them on the street yet. Later in time, I would put them on the street and I would suck on them when I was playing basketball or something. The things that they called a foul on me and I would panic. I would go upstairs and I had a window that they couldn't see from below because it was the back of the building. So it was like an indentation and all our windows, you can't see that from there. So I would take those 45s and I would whip them. They're like fucking boomerangs. I would just sit there for 10 minutes and just whip them. And I'd hear people downstairs, what the fuck? Stop it, you fucking scumbag. What's going on? And then I run downstairs and all these kids would be holding on to their heads and shit. They're like, where'd you go? And I go, I went upstairs to go to the bathroom. You missed it. The crazy guys throwing records at us. Do you know how long I did that for, Doug? I did that for about a year. I threw records at those motherfuckers. I cut them. I did so many things to those kids. They never knew it was me. But back to it. That's how I started going upstairs to suck on the pacifier. So I always had something. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had my
You
little.
wanted something to like help you out.
I always had something to smoothen the humps and the bumps. I didn't know that shit existed.